Hello, everybody. Tanner here for your tool of the week. Once again, I feel like I'm constantly giving Jim Collins tips or creating a tool from his concepts. If I haven't mentioned this is, man, it feels like it's a summary or a aggregation of all his books. Good to Great, Great by Choice, Built to Last. There's so many kind of summary of all his. But one thing this has been on my mind the last couple of weeks. He mentions, I think, in Great by Choice, the 20-mile march, and to remind you of the story. I know there's been other books written more in detail about the expeditions, but two different explorers, Roald Amundsen and Robert Scott, led two different expeditions across Antarctica, and the objective was to get across and back. Um, and I think originally it was under a certain period of time. It was, if I'm not mistaken, around 1900 miles, and two very different outcomes. Amundsen's group completed the task, endured, did it under 100 days, and Scott's expedition all perished. None of them survived, and the two different philosophies were, Amundsen, he practiced this 20-mile march. Didn't matter. 20 miles a day, every day, no matter what. Where Scott took sort of the opposite approach, was when the weather was good, they hammered. They sprinted 40 miles. And then when the weather was poor, they sat and they rested. And um, I'm going to just share the concept. I'm going to let you decide how you want to apply this and where you can see the 20-mile march. Um, and I won't make this at all about me, but I'm a strong believer in consistency. And here's just some things as I've been thinking about it. Some real strong applications. And this could be a function of taking a major goal as we're kind of getting towards the first half of the year, looking at your major goals and how are you marching consistently into your goals. And so creating these self-imposed mile markers, um, to consistency, just no matter what, rain or shine, uh, staying consistent. Three, discipline and adversity and prosperity. So it doesn't matter the external factors. And four, keeping calm in chaos. And certainly our personal professional pursuits are likely very different than the expedition across Antarctica, and very unfortunate the peril of Scott's expedition. And then fifth, consistency builds confidence, and in a professional setting, and if you're in some production type of role, external credibility. So think about the 20-mile march. There's a lot of information out there, but how can you apply the 20-mile march this week to what you're trying to accomplish? Have an awesome week. Thanks, guys.